is from the positive side. So by saying positive side, it is the side where the water ingressment is there is called positive side. So if we stop water from the positive side, where the water is getting inside the structure, that is the best method or the best way to stop a waterproofing in a structure. So basements, they are the biggest headaches, and during construction, if you don't do a good waterproofing, it may create to a bigger problem. So this is during the pre-construction phase, where or during construction phase, where we need to do the treatment. The first product over here is the hydrophilic bar. The hydrophilic bar is kind of a rubber. Generally, people use PVC water stopper, but there are minus points of PVC water stoppers in a in a basement retaining wall. So this hydrophilic bar, when it comes in contact with water, it expands. It expands 400%. So if you can understand a rubber getting blown away, and it stops the ingressment of water. What you see over here on your screen, where three hydrophilic bars are being used, that are the lift joint, or you can say the old concrete, new concrete joints of a retaining wall. So it has placed in the middle or towards a little bit towards the outside of the concrete, so that the water, when it comes through the joint of old and new concrete, it touches the bar, and the bar will expand and not allow the water to get inside the concrete. The second protection over here is given with the three coats of WaterGuard liquid membrane, and here there is a vata done. We call it vata, in English we call it coving. So we do a coving with Flowgrout 60 with 50% sand inside it. So what this product does, it makes the mortar non-shrink. It's a grout basically. So with that grout, the bonding with the surface will be perfect, and there will not be any shrinkage. So there will not be any cracks in between that structure. And on top of that, we give three coats of WaterGuard liquid membrane. So I'll just show you a product over here of WaterGuard liquid membrane. I hope everyone can see me. So this is the product, how it looks like. It comes in a liquid form, and when after forming a film, it becomes a flexible film. So the benefit with this product is, if the concrete cracks in future, the product can withstand up to 3 mm of movement or 3 mm of crack resistance. So how we can understand that is, this product has a 900% elongation. So when I stretch this product, it can elongate 900%, and it comes back to its original form after a few moments. And because of that, if there is any crack also in the structure or movement in the structure, this product can take care. This comes in a liquid form. This has to be brush applied or roller applied onto the retaining wall from positive side. Then there is, on the raft, we do a different treatment over here. That's WaterGuard A with screed, which helps the hydrostatic pressure, to take care of the hydrostatic pressure coming from the bottom. And there are also few injections where there are joint. We have to inject it with a microfine cementitious injection grouting material. So how this WaterGuard A looks is something like this. So WaterGuard A, what it does is, it's a cementitious product, so it adheres to the cementitious concrete very nicely, and it has a flexible film and very tough film. You cannot break the film. If you can see over here, you cannot break the film, and it has a glass fiber reinforcement sheet in between. So what this does is, it will not hamper the concrete. It will not allow the water to penetrate. And if you know, this has to be done on PCC before you place the RCC raft. So it is in between the PCC and the raft. So it becomes kind of a sandwich system. And while doing the reinforcement also, there is a screed on the top which will protect it. And this waterproofing layer will be impervious layer. So the water from the bottom also will not come up. So this is a brief system of waterproofing. There has always have to be a proper system designed for any structure, any given structure. This is a general basement waterproofing. If you come to us with a product, or if you come to us as an engineers, that you need a solution for a specified structure, we can make a custom made for you as well. So we make this kind of specifications for the customers, customer specific also. So a one person can get the best outcome out of their waterproofing. And this we give, if we do the job as Fairmint, we give 10 years guarantee. Or we also have applicators who do this job for us, and they are trained by us how to place the hydrophilic bar, how to apply the coating, because the waterproofing material is as good as the applicator is. So if the applicator is not good, the waterproofing, you cannot have a very good waterproofing on the on the structure of the structure. Then there is sunken slabs. In India, we have done a lot of hotels specifically for the sunken slab, and a lot of sites also where we give sunken slabs guarantee. Because why sunken slab is the main reason is, right now in India there are multiple floors being constructed, and generally as per civil engineering designs, one bathroom will be on the top of another, and there is tendency of the sunken slabs to be leaked, because during the construction of a sunken slab there are joints, and it is not very easy to have that kind of sunk and have it without a joint or without any honeycombing, because the material which is being flown inside the concrete is not very good quality, because it has to be a little bit harsh for the material to stay inside the sunken slab. So the sunken portion are prone to leak, and as per me, 50% of the sunk being made leaks, and we have to have a preventive waterproofing for the sunks. So this is an actual way how you can treat a sunk. So you will have a sunk of different thicknesses. It varies from 30 mm to, it can go to 20 mm also. If you have a core cut and drain pipe goes out from the core cut, there are different sunken slab been designed now. So there are different waterproofing ways how to do a sunken slab. But rather, if you have a regular conventional sunken slab, this is the method. So the concrete first needs to have a waterproofing admixture inside it, and we recommend fibers to be put inside it, because to have to minimize the drying shrinkage cracks, and to have a more tensile strength, because the structure will move, and because of the movement of the structure, you need a more tensile strength. And there is going to be a dead load also of the filler material in the sunken slab, so you have to consider that also, and the movement because of that also. Then we apply 3 coats of liquid membrane with glass fiber sheet inserted inside. So liquid membrane, as I showed, this is the product. It comes in a liquid form. It has to be, it is ready to use product. Can be brush applied. Maybe once this pandemic goes away, we can come to the university and show you some practical demonstration also. After you apply the liquid membrane, you can do the brick bed, and on the brick bed you have to apply a hydrophilic bar on the periphery of the joint, because this will be the weakest portion where the water ingressment is possible inside the brick bed. So, and on the top, we have to do a screed, adding admixtures, and on the top use a tile adhesive and tile grouting system properly, which is being recommended. So by doing all of this, this will give a sure shot waterproofing for any given sunken slabs. So uh, our philosophy of waterproofing is more of like 3 stage waterproofing systems. So at least give 3 times 3 layers of waterproofing or way of waterproofing, that the water ingressment becomes minimum from the surface. Then if it increases to the screed, there is waterproofing screed we have done. If the water increases to the brick bed, then we have done a final waterproofing layer. And if the final waterproofing layer also breaks somehow, there is a waterproofing membrane inside, sorry, there is waterproofing admixture and fibers inside the concrete so that the water will not penetrate. So this is the way how we have to ensure, at least by 3 steps, that the water ingressment is stopped from the top to bottom. Now comes the terrace. There is lot of possibilities, because nowadays in modern terraces there is a lot of core cuts for drainage pipes, for AC ducts, for different kinds of material lines being taken out of the terrace for water tanks and stuff. And now we don't want to see the water lines on outside. So generally, architect tends to core cut it more, and this will be the point where it will be most tricky and most probably the point of leak for any terrace. The other reasons for terrace to have cracks is the while it's a big area and the concrete has to be cut the reinforcement, and there is a amount of concrete which can be done, so the tendency of getting the concrete crack increases. So, and there is also cold joints. So today half concreting is done and the next day other half concreting. If it is done that way, there is a tendency of leakage. So and the main area will be the parapet area where the waterproofing cannot be done properly. So this is our suggestion how it has to be done. This is a cross section. It is not as per scale. I'm sorry for that, but this is a general terrace waterproofing systems where there is this is what you see brick pattern over here. On the horizontal is the parapet wall and the bottom is the concrete. So the joint, we have to put a hydrophilic bar so that the water coming from outside, especially over here from the outside, will not penetrate inside and the leakage will not happen. Then we do a coving or vata with Flowgrout 60, that is a non-shrink material. Then if it is then liquid membrane, as I told you, has to be applied. It's a product which goes with most of the systems, because it is so nice of a product that it gives and ensures a good waterproofing with a good price. So it's not very costly, and it can be used with majority of the cases. Then, if you want to do a terrace garden, there is a WaterGuard CE. This product is a coal tar epoxy based product for anti-rooting. So, if you have to do a terrace garden, you have to ensure that you have to have a waterproofing system which is anti-rooting. So, the root will not penetrate inside the concrete cracks. So, this is very much important, because if the root penetrate inside, it will expand and the crack will grow and the water will penetrate inside. So this is very important, WaterGuard CE for anti-rooting. And then if it is not for terrace garden, you have to give a slope, a proper slope to the concrete with a mortar. You can do a brick bed, and finally we have to apply WaterGuard I. WaterGuard I acts as an insulation come extra waterproofing coating. So as I mentioned over here, we at least need to have 3 layers of waterproofing, so we can ensure that 100% waterproofing is guaranteed. So this is the way terraces have to be waterproof. So another, if you, this is I think is the same for a regular slab. This is again same. I just push fast. This is for basement. If the basement is done with a brick system, I think nowadays people are not going with the brick system, but brick masonry. But if it is done with the brick masonry, exterior and interior both have to be protected with a waterproofing membrane. Podium waterproofing. Podium is a place nowadays in the new building construction, the podium is the place in between the buildings, and it is generally beneath the podium there is a car park, and these podiums are tend to leak because of the movement, because this podium concrete is attached with minimum 2 to 3 buildings minimum, and it can be 8 buildings or 10 buildings also. So this slab is connected, and the main joint where the concrete is being casted in between the structure of the building and the podium structure, there is the point which has the maximum movement, and there we have to have a proper waterproofing system. Specifically, polyurethane based membranes are recommended for podium waterproofing because the elasticity need and the strength need of the product is much higher than a regular liquid applied membrane. So polyurethane membranes are also liquid applied. The liquid membrane before I showed you is an acrylic based. This product will be a polyurethane based. Both are single component, so it can be mistaken, but please read the data sheet, everyone. If you are recommending anyone's product, it has to be needed. Now, generally in podiums also there is a lot of greenery and plantations to be done. Especially there are planter areas being defined in a podium. So there we have to apply the anti-rooting WaterGuard CE, where the planters are being made with brick masonry on the podium. So this is a cross section of a planter in a podium. Podiums are very big, maybe 4,000, 5,000, even 10,000 square meter podiums. Recently, we have done a few jobs with Prestige Group in Bangalore, where we have done a single podium of 17,000 square meter. So it was a big podium with 5 buildings. So I'll just show you the photographs also. This is retaining wall from outside. There is also crystalline products being used for a bigger area, where it is very cost effective, and the coating will protect from the water ingressment from exterior side as well. Even we do waterproofing of sewage treatment plants, or maybe sewage treatment lines in a building. If it's a bigger structure, you have a special sewage pit, and there we do special waterproofing membranes which are resistant to the chemicals which are prone from the sewage treatment plants. Then there is swimming pools. There are a lot of there is a proper system where you need to follow and have a proper waterproofing done before doing the swimming pool, so that the water remains inside. The main reason for doing a swimming pool is the water should remain inside. The water should not get inside the subsoil and decrease the water level. And it may also, if this happens, it may increase the area water level as well. If you continuously add on water in a swimming pool, and if it is on a terrace, like we have done few jobs for Hyatt hotels. There the swimming pool was on a terrace, and there was a structure down where they had hotel rooms beneath, so they need to do waterproof the whole structure. So we did it with zero defect, using a polyurethane based waterproofing membrane with a special tile adhesive and protective screens. So generally the waterproofings are project specific, but this project specific we need to design as per the requirement of a site or requirement needed at site, and seeing the quality of workmanship at site. Another thing what I wanted to emphasize over here is following the best practices during the construction of any water retaining structure specific, because this will be the most critical area where the quality of concrete, the quality of compaction of the concrete, the vibration inside the concrete will be the highest matter. It will matter the highest. So if you have done your concrete right at the first place, these waterproofing membranes will help you in a very, very long run to give you a very, very proper durable concrete. WaterGuard RMW, Faircrete RMW, it is an additive. It has an ISI mark with it. It is an integral waterproofing additive for concrete and plasters. So you have to add this around 200 250 ml, 300 ml per bag of cement. If it is dosed in an RMC plant, there is a dosage of 0.08 per cubic meter, 0.08 percentage of the cement per cubic meter. So this has to be added in concrete, and this will ensure you a cohesive mix, and it will disrupt the capillary action caused in the concrete. So this is a protective system where you put it as an insurance to your concrete, that the concrete will be having a good flow, good compaction, and will be less honeycombings, and the capillary action will be reduced drastically. So if these three things happens, the concrete is more or less waterproof. This is it, but your concrete should be very good quality if you want to add RMW and have a final waterproofing layer. So this is one way. Then the another is fibers. Fibers are different kind of fibers are being used. We recommend polypropylene. Even polyester fibers, now glass fibers are also available into the market. So these fibers increases the strength if added in the right quantity. It increases the tensile strength of the concrete, so the cracking is less compared to a non-applied concrete. It reduces the permeability, so the permeability of the concrete reduces, the water ingressment reduces. So using these fibers will also increase the durability and life, because it increases the movement capability of your concrete. So the hydrophilic bar, as I told you before, the hydrophilic bar is a rubberized material which expands, as you can see in the center one. It expands in contact with water around 400%. These are other PVC water stoppers. These are called PVC water stoppers. Even we do sell PVC water stoppers, but they are not recommended because of the structural requirement, and there are the placing is difficult of the PVC water stopper, and when you flow the material, it may bend. So this is the reason why we don't recommend PVC water stoppers, but we do have it if you need one. Then FlowGrout 40, basically this product is used for machinery foundations, even structural foundations, where it has a strength of 450 kg per cm square, minimum strength of 450, it attains 450 plus kg per cm square. And we call it 40 Newton per mm square is the minimum strength it gains when you add stipulated amount of water. And the thing it does, it has a little bit of expansion in it, so the mortar will expand and hold everything very very tight. So it is used for machinery, but for waterproofing it is also very helpful, especially for doing the vatas or the covings we say. And by doing FlowGrout 40, you can ensure that there will not be cracks in between the joint, and the water will not penetrate inside. This is WaterGuard liquid membrane. It can be applied with a trowel, it can be applied with a brush or airless spray. It is a one component product, very easy to use, and it forms a proper film, and you can have a permanent water tightness. But at least 2 to 3 coats is recommended, because when you apply the first coat, if there is a spot which is left where the material has not touched properly or applied properly, you have a second layer to ensure that 100% water tightness is guaranteed. WaterGuard A again is a cementitious polymer modified system. So as I told you over here, WaterGuard A forms a proper membrane. If you can see on the screen, it forms a proper membrane. Again, being cementitious, I would like to tell you all that this forms a flexible membrane. As you see over here, this is cementitious but flexible. So this is its best property, that it remains flexible for life. You can ensure at least 5 to 6 years of proper water tightness after you do this product. It also helps good CO2 reduction. So this also acts as an anti-carbonation coating. So it won't allow carbon dioxide to get inside the structure. It is breathable, so the water vapor can go out, but the carbon dioxide and chloride will not penetrate inside the concrete, and hence it will increase the life of and durability of the structure. WMF is a travel applied protective screed. It helps to ensure. Just a second. It helps to ensure, especially for hydrostatic structures like very big water tank, like
Hello.
the. Yes, ma'am. Hello.
Yeah, Divya madam.
Sir, your voice is not properly audible.
Just 1 minute. I'll just come back. Have the voice for WaterGuard A was okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll restart with the WMF. It is a trowel applied, fiber reinforced, something like a plaster or a screed. We call it a screed. It is a premix sand, cement, mortar fibers. And what it does is it becomes a impermeable layer. It forms an impermeable plaster. Uh, for high hydrostatic pressure areas, especially like a government water tank or a bigger water tank than 10,000 liters, this product is recommended to because the water pressure in the 10,000 KL or 10 KL tank is very, very high. So to withstand the hydrostatic pressure, we need a thick material to take the pressure on to that surface and not have everything to the coating. So we use it as a sandwich system. So we apply WaterGuard A, this product first, then we do a screeding of WMF and again apply WaterGuard A. So this product helps in water tightness of high hydrostatic pressure, or it helps in hydrostatic pressures, and it is fiber reinforced. It will repel water. It will not absorb water. It will repel water. So it is formulated in such a way that it will repel water and not have cracks, or it will not have water ingressment inside. So this is specially designed waterproof plaster or mortar, and it has to be applied in 15 thickness. So this is the way WMF works. WaterGuard CE is high build tar extended epoxy coatings. So this is a epoxy coating specially used for anti-rooting. The second use is for chemical resistance of the foundation. If you want to do it, if your foundation is in an area where there is a lot of chemicals, especially a place like Ankleshwar or things like that, where where we need a proper chemical resistance, because the water also has few chemicals and chlorides. So for increasing the durability, WaterGuard CE has to be used. Even it can be used in STP plants or STP ducts, where sewage water comes in contact with it, and it helps chemical resistance to the sewage water as well. It is also been used in government sewage treatment plants in a big way, and it is specified in the government of Gujarat also, that this coal tar extended epoxy coating can be used in sewage also. So it provides a flexible epoxy-based film, which also has good waterproofing characteristics as well as good chemical resistance as well, and it can have good abrasion value as well. It is solvent-free and low odor, so it does not have any harmful chemicals inside it, but cannot be used in a drinking water tank because there is coal tar. It has coal tar in it. WaterGuard I, as I said, for terraces, it is an insulation come waterproofing coating. So it gives a reduction or temperature variation of 8 degrees, and it is more of a thermal insulation. So what happens is, if there is very much cold outside, the temperature inside will be retained and it will be hot. And the same way, if it is very hot outside, if you have an AC inside, it will the coolness will be there. Just a second. So this product helps in this is green building rated product. It also helps in reduction of the AC consumption. So if you have set your AC to 24, the cutoff will be much faster, and in that way it saves a lot of electricity as well. And in a way, the products serves for itself. It is a top. It has to be used as a top coat. It is comes in white in color. So, and it has special additives. So in even in 42 degrees, you can walk barefooted on to this coating in 42 degrees. So you can understand it will not absorb anything from the sun, and your surface will be of relatively low temperature, walkable temperature, even in the sun of 42 degrees. So this is how this product works, and it has a few glass beads inside it, and it helps in insulation and reflection of the sunlight from it. As white in color, it will surely reflect the sunlight, but as a top coat, also it has a good UV resistance and excellent insulation properties as well. We do have different products. If you want to have it, this is for terrace. If you want for a wall insulation, we have a different product. If you want for inside, you want an insulation putty, we also have an insulation putty as well. Similar to base of this product, it will keep your inside temperature inside, and it will reduce the consumption of electricity in a big way by if you are using an air conditioner. Supply, these are our few references where we have done. So supply apply jobs is one is the Lavasa, as Nandan has told you. Lavasa is artificial city been made. Right now the project is at hold. It is near Pune. It is in 120 acres of land, and they do have much more land where they are going to proceed further. The average rainfall here is 6,000 mm in a year, and this all 6,000 mm flows down in just 3 months. So there are few times where we have rainfall which is more than 48 hours. It is not stopped. So in that kind of conditions also our product is being proven, and we get 100% water tightness in whatever structures we have done there. The Bangalore Prestige Sunrise Park is again a podium waterproofing job in Bangalore. Yes, this is, I have the photograph. So all the terraces you see over here is being coated with our product, and then they have applied shingles. It's a special membrane sand with a few sand, and we have done. Yes, ma'am. Hello.
Sir, your voice is not properly audible.
Just a second.
Hello.
I'll just check my internet. 1 minute.
Madam, everything is fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you hear?
Can you hear me?
Nananda, you are audible.
Yeah. Okay. Hi. So this is a city near Pune. It's called Lavasa. There are a lot of hotels we have done. There is Mercure Hotel, which we have waterproof. There are a few hotels there. So all the hotels we have done waterproofing, and what the terraces you see here, we have done big around 1 lakh square meter area of waterproofing there, and it is 100% waterproof till date. So, and this is the L&T Prestige Sunrise Park. So it is around 80,000 square meter total work we have done there, where the single podium was of 17,000 square meter. And what you see here, pipes over here are drainage pipes. So this is onto the naked slab we have done waterproofing. Then they have applied concrete, which is in slope, to this drainage, and then on the top they have done a planter. So this is the whole system for waterproofing for these podiums. This is Reliance IT Park. This is for Jio. They have made the IT Park in Noida. There we have done a terrace. It was an old building. There we have done a big terrace. Even Surat also we have done Reliance Corporate IT Park. This was for Jio when the Jio was getting launched. Before that, even there are different projects in Delhi from a company named Brookfield. They are real estate giants, and they rent out real estate. For them, they were building a new real estate project in Noida, Delhi, and we have done full waterproofing for them. We also do waterproofing for flyovers. Again, why flyovers need waterproofing is the same reason as I told you, that if there is water engracement and if the water touches the reinforcement, it damages the reinforcement and the durability of the structure is hampered. So all the flyovers also, all the concrete roads also need waterproofing. So we have done Kapur Baudi flyover, and there are a lot of references we have from Bombay and other parts of the country where we have done big amount of waterproofing for even the flyovers. Even internal, external waterproof plasters, we have supplied it in Antilia, as Nandan Bhai has told you. Sardar Sarovar Dam, we have done a few injections, especially for the basement of the statue of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel statue, which is world's biggest statue. We have also done injection grouting for them because they had some water leakages. L&T had some water leakages, and we had arrested that before the inauguration. Even few international cricket stadiums we have done, like Lucknow cricket stadiums. This is an athletic stadium in Goa. The concrete you see over here, the people where they sit, all has been waterproofed by Fairmate. Even DY Patel Stadium, when it was being constructed, all the stages over here where people sit is been waterproofed by us. Wankhede Stadium also we have done media room and waterproofing for them. This is again one more prestige project in Bangalore. It was near Majestic, and Majestic is an area in Bangalore where Alfra was a contractor, and we did waterproofing for them. This is in Kanpur. There is one company named Sri Buildtech from Goa. They are building a high-rise apartment known as Sky Villa in Kanpur. We have done their podiums. So what you see over here is a planter. They needed an anti-root coating system for their planter, and we have done specifically for the planter because they are going to water it every day, and it's something like a water retaining structure, and we need a proper waterproofing membrane for the same. These are a few other waterproofing membrane systems. This is in Kenya. So why Fairmate? At this moment, we are a proud Indian multinational company. We have world-class product, and we take turnkey jobs for waterproofing across India. So if you have that kind of big job, we are surely will be able to help you out. But also we have a technical team dedicated for giving suggestions and technical assistance. If you have a structure which needs waterproofing, we can help you with the specifications also. Thank you very much. I would like to call Nilesh Bhai for ending up the session. Thank you very much, everyone. I hope to see you all once this lockdown is over and the pandemic is over. We would like to come there and personally give you some actual presentations of the product. I know it is difficult for us to explain in half an hour that what we do in waterproofing, but surely if we get chance, we will surely come to the university and show you. I had done my diploma there, so I have very good memories from Parul, and I hope that every one of you have got some insights or some new technology for waterproofing. So thank you very much, everyone, and stay safe, wear your mask, and please take care. Thank you.
Thank you, Parth bhai. And on behalf of Fairmat family, I would really thank to Parul University, especially to Reena madam, Divya madam, Vijay sir, Brijesh sir, to giving us such a big opportunity to Fairmat. And as Mr. Parth said, we would like to, after the once the situation will okay, we would like to have a more sessions, not only theoretical, we would also like to show you some practicals, so the all the civil engineer become more practical and more efficient. So on this occasion, I would also like to wish to all the students for their better career. Those who are in diploma, maybe they will go for the better degree, or maybe they will go for the job. So wishing you all the very best to all the diploma students. So here I would also like to thank to Mr. Nandan. He a young chap. He has really very good introduction about the Fairmat. So we hope the sessions will be made live and more attractive. So here we will end the sessions. Thank you very much once again to Reena madam, Divya madam, and all the Parul University members. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. It's a very informative and knowledgeable session. I'm very thankful on behalf of our principal, ma'am Ruchi Srivastav, and our HOD, ma'am Reena Choksi, ma'am, and on behalf of Parul University. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Here I would also thank to the Ruchi madam, because I